What is going on, everyone? Armlock311 here, and Bungie just released the weapon balancing coming with Rise of Iron. There are some pretty big changes in here, stuff to universal remote, to snipers, so let's go ahead and get into it because I know you guys really want to know what's going on with these weapons. We'll go ahead and start off with exotics. First of all, they are buffing Fabian's strategy. Kills with this weapon now automatically load a portion of the magazine, increased base range by 16%, and stability by 44%, nearly a 50% increase in stability. Thorn. They are reducing the base range of Thorn by 25%. I think that's actually a pretty good thing. Even though I really love hand cannons, the range on Thorn is ridiculous, but that's pretty good. Universal remote. The exotic perk, the range bonus, is reduced by 75%. No longer guarantees maximum shotgun range. Increased rate of fire, lowers damage as a secondary effect. So the range on universal remote greatly reduced while aiming down sight, but the rate of fire is increased. Dreg's Promise. Increased damage by 8% and increased the magazine size by 3. Touch of Malice. Touch of Malice's self-damage infliction now removes Blessing of Light. Why they're even messing with Touch of Malice, I don't get it, but whatever, Bungie. Bullion Gemini added the intrinsic perk High Caliber Round, so Bullion Gemini is going to be doing more flinch because it's going to have that High Caliber Round perk on it automatically. No Time to Explain. They're adding a perk called Headseeker. It's going to be intrinsic. You won't see it on the gun, but No Time to Explain exotic pulse rifle now has Headseeker. Pulse rifles. Lots of changes. They're basically changes to the 1,000-yard stare, longbow, synth archetypes. And basically what they're doing is they're reducing the damage on these sniper rifles by nearly 7%. Now these snipers will no longer reliably kill high armor guardians in their super. No Land Beyond is not affected by this. They've also reduced the aim assist for the LDR and the longbow to bring in line with other snipers in the same family. Now I agree with the reduction in aim assist on those weapons. I have no problem with that. But why that sniper's no longer going to be killing guardians in their super, it's really weird, but I guess they want to bring relevance to the other archetype, the Black Spindle archetype, so hopefully in Rise of Iron we'll get more Black Spindle archetype snipers. Also, talking about flinch on sniper rifles, this is going to affect all sniper rifles. Increased the starting strength for aim deflection, aka flinch, when players take damage while scoped in, from 30% starting to 50%. With every subsequent hit, the strength of deflection increases until you hit 100% max deflection. Overall sniper ADS aim deflection multiplier increased to 1.9, was 1.85. So basically, in a nutshell, they are increasing sniper flinch. Auto rifles, they're going to reduce the maximum magazine size for the highest rate of fire auto rifles, talking about the Doctrine of Passing family, but they're going to increase the damage on mid-rate of fire autos. I believe that's like the Monte Carlo and Häkke's hatchet. Talking about shotguns, the Immobius, the Titan exclusive shotgun, decreased spread on Titan class shotgun in ADS, increased base stability by 60%, reduced spread angle penalty on shotguns with the full auto perk that does not affect the invective. The highest rate of fire and mid to low rate of fire shotgun damages increased by 2%. Pulse rifles. They're going to increase the rate of fire for the Hawkeye pulse rifle Lyudmila-D, a minor increase, a 2% damage increase to the middle rate of fire pulse rifles, they say Nirwen's Mercy archetype, which is pretty good. Hopefully you can more reliably burst people with that. Talking about sidearms. They're going to increase damage for existing Häkke sidearm families by 3% for the lowest rate of fire and 7% for the high rate of fire. Decrease damage for non-hit scan sidearms by 5%, such as Vestian Dynasty and Queen's Choice. Minor extension of damage fall-off points for sidearms across the board. minor increase of stability for sidearms across the board, added damage bonus and PvE by 20 to 30%. They mentioned that with the Rise of Iron, they're bringing 2 new sidearm families, 2 new sidearm archetypes into the Rise of Iron, which is pretty cool. We're going to have more options for that. Now with rocket launchers, they made some really weird decisions. They increased the effective range on the explosion for the cluster bomb perk. That's great, no problem with that. Grenades and horseshoes perk activation radius reduced from 1.3 meters to 1 meter, which means you have to be even more accurate with grenades and horseshoes than previously. They already nerfed grenades and horseshoes, I believe, when Taken King hit, so why they're hitting again, I don't get. But the crazy thing is that Truth, the exotic rocket launcher, is not affected by this. So Truth is still going to be everywhere in Trials of Osiris. Bungie, please. Now, everyone has to switch to Truth for heavy round, because your legendary rocket launcher with grenades and horseshoes will not be able to compete at all with Truth if it ever even had a chance previous to this nerf. But moving on. Machine guns. Increased damage on the highest rate of fire machine guns by 4%. Hand cannons. They say you will only find small bug fixes for this weapon category. However, it says newly minted low rate of fire hand cannons have a higher maximum possible range stat. I believe that's the first curse archetype, giving a reason for players to use that archetype. That's fine. I wish they would have reduced bloom, but hey. Fusion rifles, no big changes, just small UI effects. Now they are changing a bunch of perks. I'll go ahead and go through the perks. Take a Knee now activates after half a second of crouching. Exhumed added an extra 5%, so now it's 15 seconds in total of effect time. I like that. I have a God Roll Party Crasher with Exhumed on it, so that makes me happy. Cascade, functional change. Melee kills automatically reload a portion of the magazine. Surplus now increases carried ammo capacity. Grave Robber, increased activation chance by 25%, or to 25% from 20%. Guerrilla Fighter, increased stability and range bonuses by 200%. Think of it as having Hammer Forged and Perfect Balance when you're using Guerrilla Fighter. My problem with this is that the Guerrilla Fighter, there's no place to use the Guerrilla Fighter perk in this game. Bungie, just take it out. I understand you're trying to make it better, I can respect that, but just take Guerrilla Fighter out of the game. Magazine perks now give range bonuses. Armor-piercing rounds now add 4+ range and reduce handling by 4. High-caliber rounds adds 3 range but reduces handling by 5. Skip rounds add 5 range, reduce handling by 3, also adds 5 to the inventory. Unflinching, decreased efficiency of the perk from 25% flinch reduction to 15% flinch reduction. Man, snipers got hit. That's basically it, guys. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of all these weapon balance changes. If you're a sniper, you're probably pretty unsatisfied right now, but can we all just take a second and rejoice in the fact that Universal Remote got nerfed? Let's just savor that for a little bit. Alrighty, guys, I'm Armlock311. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far in your video, you might as well hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And as always, peace.